Hello students, now our next topic, that is characteristics of planning. Now the first one, universal process. Earlier we have already discussed what is universal, that is in every field planning is required. So planning is a universal process, it is present in every field like business, politics, education, religion or social field. So wherever you go you will find planning. Next, that is primary function. Primary function means that is the first step in management. That is, planning is the primary function of management. Management starts with planning. Other functions of management like organization, staffing, directing, controlling are implemented on the basis of planning. That is, first step is planning. After that, the other steps will be taken according to the planning what you have done. So other steps, that is staffing, directing, controlling, one by one we are going to study in the further chapters. Next, conscious and mental process. That is, whenever you do planning you have to be very conscious. Okay, you should be very concentrated in whatever you are doing, otherwise you might make mistakes, because in planning we do some calculations, we do some assumptions, and if you are wrong at any point then it will give you a wrong result. Next, flexibility. Now planning contains various calculations and assumptions. Business enterprise is affected by external factors, therefore necessary changes should be made in planning as per time, circumstances and situations. Flexibility is the precondition for planning. Planning is not a static element. Now planning is as such that it keeps on changing if there is any external factor which is affected into your business or in your planning. That is, if something happens like any natural calamity is there, flood is there, or earthquake happens, then this thing is not certain. You cannot say that this might happen. So in this situation the planning has to be changed. So your planning should be as such that anytime it can be changed. You should be keeping some possibilities that yes, plan A is working properly, alright, not a problem. But if there is a problem in plan A, then switch to plan B and make those changes. So your plan should be very flexible. It should have some alternatives. So anytime whenever any problem is there, you can switch on to those alternatives. Okay. Next, precise. Planning is a process for the future. The matters considered for planning are to be studied exactly. Statistical data, collected informations, etc. must be perfect and precise. So earlier we have just studied that we have to collect information first to do any kind of planning. So whenever you collect information, just see that you have the perfect data with you. You have the perfect calculations done. Whenever you do some analysis based on your information, see that you are using the correct methods and you get the correct data. If you are doing it something wrong, then the ultimate result will also be wrong. So it should be very precise. Next, forecasting is essential. Forecasting is done by considering future uncertainties while making a plan for a business unit. Therefore, forecasting and planning are considered as the first function of management. Now, forecasting, why it is essential? Now, in certain areas, you can see that rainfall is very high. You know that at this month the rainfall is high, so it will occur a problem to your warehouse, or even if it is very hot temperature, it might bring some problem to your products. If it is a chemical, you are making into a chemical factory, you have to preserve that way. If you are having certain products which you have to make it in a cold temperature, then you have to do it in that manner. So whenever some external factors are there which you are sure that yes, in our region it is going to rain high, so I should make my warehouse in such a way that it doesn't affect it if there is any natural calamity like flood, or even if there is some other kind of problem, then you are sure about it, then yes, then you can make some arrangements accordingly. So here you have to forecast properly about your needs. That is, if you are sure something is going to happen in your area, then you have to be making arrangements for that problem. And here why it is forecasting essential? Because if you are ready with the solutions, that if something is going to happen like this, then what we are going to do, then it becomes easy for you to just give instructions to your other members. Okay. Now next, that is list of alternatives. Now planning any field includes various plans and alternatives. Example, there can be many alternatives to increase the sales in future, like increase in advertisement, reduction in prices, training to salesman, or declaration of attractive offers to increase the sale, etc. Selection of the best alternative out of it is to be done. That is, there are list of alternatives, like you have seen that many times in Diwali you get offers, or even during monsoon it gives you monsoon sale. So this type of offers come up to just increase the sale. That is, you are having constant performance of your sale of your products, and after that if you want that yes my sale goes high, then we come up with these type of alternatives. We give discounts, we give offers to them, we give that buy one get one free. So such type of offers are given so that we increase the sales. So this type of alternatives are used when required. Next, concerned with future. Planning presumes uncertainties involved in future. Forecasting and assumptions are done later on. In short, planning is related with future because it is evaluating future at present and accordingly making arrangement for the same. That is, earlier we have discussed that forecasting should be done. So why forecasting is done? So that any problem is there ahead in the future, then we can come up with that solution beforehand. And also we come up with such a plan also which works in the future. We think of 10 years later. Whenever we plan in a business, we think of 10 years later also, that what will happen after 10 years, what will happen about my product, and if changes are required in that, then we'll make it. So accordingly we forecast everything and we keep the changes and we plan it and keep it ready. Next, continuous process. Now planning is a continuous and perennial process. Planning is that process which begins with the establishment of the organization and continuous till the end. As per time and circumstances, the plans are also required to be changed. Now continuous process means, planning means, that doesn't mean that on the starting of the year we just decide one thing and that is followed. No. Why it is not followed the same? Because of the external factors which is affecting your plans. So you have to keep on changing. Now for example, just think of a software in a computer. Now in that, if you are having for 5 years you are working with the same version of the software, after that in the market you are getting some new version of it, you will have to buy that. You will have to update your version of your software. Okay, because outdated things will not work in the society or in the market, it will not work. So you will have to update yourself, and for that you will give some training to the employees. They will learn about the new software, they will then implement it in the daily working. So that is your continuous process. Every time according to the needs of the business or according to the needs of the market and the people, you are going to change your planning. Next, objective oriented planning. That is, planning is made to achieve predetermined objectives of the business. Management decides future targets as per objectives of business. Accomplishment of objectives becomes easy if the targets are pragmatic. Thus, planning is an objective oriented activity. That is, now what is planning in the starting thing? That is, you have some objectives laid down by your top level management. Now who are there in the top level management? They are your owners, the board of directors. Okay, so these are the people involved in the top level management of your company, and they decide something that yes, we are going to come up with two products this year, and we are going to send that products or sell out that products in particular region. So these are your very important objectives. Okay, now that is given to whom? To the managers of your company. Okay, or the CEO of the companies. They decide that who are going to do what kind of thing. So this, they do the planning. Then they come up with a smaller part of the product, that what is going to be done, what is going to be added into that product, what features are necessary. We'll bring some information from the society, what they need. So that is all your objectives. you have to satisfy those objectives at the last, that we are going to increase this much of sale this year. Then you have to do that much hard work behind it. You have to come up with those type of advertisement. We have to do that much of marketing for that. So that way we have to complete our objectives by the end. And whenever you do planning, you have to go through these objectives. You cannot make some any other planning of any other product and you have to come up and start making just to gain profit. No, whatever the objectives are set, according to that only you have to do the planning. Requires decision process. Planning involves selection of the best alternative. Various alternatives are considered and assumptions are made, and the decision is taken to select the best alternative. Thus, decision making process is necessary in planning. So here, whenever you have to do planning, you have to do some selection. We have seen the definitions that task of planning is choosing. That means in planning also there are some stages or there are some steps. So in all the steps you will require to choose something. Whenever you gain some information from the society, either by survey or either by face to face, if you are talking to somebody, then whatever the information you are getting it, you will do some analysis. Then you will find out that yes, this much of information is important for your planning ahead. Then who are important, you will select those people for your work. How much time is there, how much time is required to complete that product, everything you'll have to choose. Okay, randomly you cannot take anything and make up that product. No, you'll get a wrong result. So for everything you have to choose. Okay, now we have finished here the characteristics of planning. Now you can see here I have underlined, so please all of you underline this word. The importance of planning is as follows. So here you are having some 9 importance. We'll go one by one. All activities are done systematically due to planning. Now if planning is there, you know what to do next. That is, what is one, first step, second step, third step. You do it systematically with following all rules and regulation. Wastage of resources can be avoided, and planning reduces future uncertainties. Wastage of resources can be avoided means you know that how much resources you require. Accordingly only you purchase it, accordingly only you use it in your manufacturing. So that way if you have already planned something, then you will not waste those resources means your raw materials for making the product. Planning reduces future uncertainties. That is, we have discussed that forecasting is necessary. So if you forecast everything, if any uncertainty is going to happen, then you are having the solution on hand. Planning leads to precision, useful for accomplishment of objectives. Precision means very precise, very accurate. Whatever you are doing it should be very accurate, means it should be very correct. You cannot just assume and come up with a calculation. Okay. And useful for the accomplishment of objective means whatever the top level management has decided the objectives, so planning is necessary to achieve those objectives. Next, smoothness in other managerial functions, and planning increases employees' cooperation. Now, if planning is done properly, then the other stages which are there after planning, that is organization, staffing, direction, it becomes very easy. So they have to just follow what in the planning we have done. And next, that is increases employees' cooperation. Why? Because if planning is done properly, then you'll get the product out of it properly in a very successful manner. And when it is done successfully, you are going to sell out very properly. You are going to make the people in the market happy. They are going to buy your product happily, and when they buy your product happily, the sales are going to increase. And out of that, which employees are also happy, they get the salary also properly. They get some incentives also when they sell out the products properly, more and more. So ultimately what happens, they all are happy. The objective is also achieved. Okay, and the employees are also getting the incentives and salary, so they are also happy. So ultimately they are having the cooperation that yes, if we are going to work well, we are going to get the better profit from the company also. Next, effective control becomes possible, and planning coordinates various activities. Now, since planning is done properly, that who are going to do what, then all are clear with their all are clear with their responsibilities, that what they have to do. So there is no problem or no clashes arises between the employees. So the control is maintained properly without anybody to supervise also. But for that, what is required? A good planning. And planning coordinates various activities. So whatever the activities are there, and that doesn't mean that planning will be of a very big task only or a very big project only. Whatever it is, at whatever level, either worker is doing or a manager is doing, everybody requires a planning. And if they do little bit of planning also, even at your part, if I tell you to study also, and if you make a timetable and you study properly, then your all the chapters are covered properly. And if you just decide it as Monday I'll study, then again one Wednesday I'll study, little bit I'll study, then I'll relax and play games, so that doesn't complete your whole portion properly. So it is not in a proper way, not in a systematic way. Okay, so whatever you do, you will require planning, and if planning is there, then you can do all the things, whether big or small, in a proper manner. Okay, now the next limitations, we'll be doing it in the next video. And whatever you are studying just now, just start making notes. And from this chapter, I just forgot to tell you the sayings, whatever saying, not this, the whole, all the chapters in OC. Whoever person says something, remember that. Okay, we have done George, Terry and Goods, what they have said. It can be asked in MCQ, or you might be having those questions also in the MCQ. Okay, so this you have to remember. And definitions is very necessary. If you have to write something, you can just mention those, that this person has said this, so it looks good and effective in the answers. And whenever you are writing this type of points, okay, you have to mention all the points properly whenever you write it. Okay, don't write it as you're explaining something. Now this year also, what we are seeing here, requires decision process. Write this, remember this properly, requires decision process. Then you can explain it in your own words. Okay, so start writing these points, like start making notes, write the characteristics of planning, write all the points. So whenever anything is asked to you, you can just refer those and understand what it says. You can see in the textbook, understand it and remember all the points. So start making notes now itself, so it is helpful to you later on, because together you are not going to do everything together, it becomes very hard. Okay.